probably about.
Holy continuity, Batman.
When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange.
Hi, what's up, guys? I'm Jay.
I'm Chris, and this is our Doctor Strange review.
Spoiler.
Full of spoilers, just to warn you. So we've both been to see the film, but we haven't seen it together.
No.
And so we haven't talked about it at all.
No,
so,
I mean, it has been like a week since I've seen it. And
Yeah.
I think it's about the same for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't talked to you about it, so I have no idea what your opinion is. He has got no idea what my opinion is. It could be as divided as Suicide Squad. We could feel exactly the same as Batman v Superman.
Harness energy and shape reality. You travel great distances in an instant.
I really liked it.
I loved it too.
You loved it.
I loved it.
See,
Yeah.
there's
You
a-
really liked it.
I really liked it. There's
Yeah.
a difference there.
Obviously, the standout part of Doctor Strange was the visuals. Incredible. You know, absolute treat for the eyes. I saw it in IMAX 3D and it was just stunning to look at. I felt like I was in that universe. Universes, plural. Like, that was one of my favourite parts about the film. The whole trippy, acid trip aspect to, when she opened up his mind and he literally travelled through all these dimensions, and the whole Inception side of it, where like the reality was folding in on itself. And not since Avatar have I been visually impressed in a 3D film like that. It was just...
Don't get me wrong, like it was ridiculous. I didn't see it in IMAX. I saw it in like normal standard CinemaScope, and I have heard nothing but good about going to see this in IMAX 3D. So much so, I am probably gonna give that a go because it's being recommended that much. But don't worry, if you can't afford it or you don't have an IMAX near you, I would still... It doesn't take anything away from it really, because it is ridiculous. It's like they've somehow taken these weird images which are in the comics,
and they've executed it so well on screen.
It could have really gone very badly. It could have looked fucking awful, but it looked amazing.
And I think it'll still hold up in 10 years' time. It was well written, it was well executed, well acted. I thought it was really well done.
Now this is where you and I, Chris, may disagree here, because those was some tiny issues I had with it. I didn't like how I couldn't tell how long he'd been studying. I couldn't tell how long he'd been there, and not.
He grew a beard.
He grew. Well, he had a beard when he got there.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
And he shaved.
So it kind of showed the amount of time he'd been looking for the ancient one.
But then when he got there, I was like, has this been 2 weeks? Has it been... There's not even when he goes back to the hospital ward and his ex sees him, she doesn't go, you've been with her. She says, where have you been? But not, where have you been for all these months? Where have you been for... I had no idea. And it's like, in Batman Begins, you know how long he's been there. There's what they do to show that makes you really realise how much work he's putting in. I almost felt like I was being mugged off it and going, has Stephen Strange just picked this up in about 2 weeks? Because I know he's intelligent and he reads, it shows him reading a lot and everything, but I have no time scale, and that really took away from me.
I mean, they did have a few like montage scenes.
Yeah, but
which kind of...
How long was he there then?
Well, I think he was there for a good year or so.
We've got a really famous actor who was in James Bond. He's really good at playing bad guys, and it was forgettable again. So Mordo is his best mate, who then turns at the end. They were all were bad guys at some point. Stephen Strange is even at some point the bad guy. I liked that, but him clearly meaning to be the villain, forgettable. And
that only happened at the very end, which I thought was a bit of a weird move. Are we going to go on to bad points now? Because there's plenty of good points.
Well, yeah, okay, we'll go back to good points.
Okay, so let's continue with what
we'll go into the good point dimension.
What I thought was brilliant was the very first scene in the film. The very start, it kicked off action in a big way.
Yes.
You have a big magic fight, which we've never seen before in the Marvel Universe, Marvel Cinematic Universe. That was impressive. The fact that they kicked off straight away, boom, just threw that magic in your face. This is what you're getting. This is what this film is about. This, come with us on this crazy psychedelic ride, and that was amazing. And to see the Ancient One, Tilda Swinton, she was brilliant in that bit. The way she was just like doing all the magic shit, and she meant business. That was cool. I thought that was really cool the way that they brought out that for the first scene and just threw it in your face straight away. The way that we got the Sanctum Sanctorium. Like
Sanctorum.
Fuck
me.
Seeing that on screen, because we've never seen
No,
that
yeah,
on screen before. You know, and it's literally, that's just been ripped from the pages of the
So
comic.
you had the Sanctum Sanctorum, that was sweet.
Amazing. Yeah.
The Cloak of Levitation was brilliant.
He was one of the best characters.
Yeah, he was a great character.
Inanimate objects was one of the best things about this film. The way he was like wiping away his tears.
Yeah, that was, again, it was really good that he brought it to life.
And pulling him to the other.
Yeah, everyone let him run.
I thought it was a really good, classic Marvel origin story. In the vein of the first Iron Man film.
Yeah.
It was an origin story that was so well done, it was literally like it was from the comics. Like, you got the from the very first, you know, his medical career, you know, you're there from the start,
Then his hands.
to the transition, to the awful accident, you know,
I was
him losing his mind, to eventually finding this.
Well, I was worried how they were going to do this because I remember the amount of times I've heard that origin story and I've just thought
origin story.
It's a bit of a well for start. It's a weird one. So I remember reading it going. So let me get this straight. He couldn't fix his hands. So he went to visit a wizard or something in the Far East. But it makes it believable. And he goes there not for magic but he thinks that they've got a healing. What is it? They can regenerate cells. Because he's seen it happen to someone else. And then when he gets there, then the bomb drops, yo, we do magic, y'all. And he's brilliantly like, I don't believe it. And then from that thumb on the forehead onwards, the film was a roller coaster. It was really good.
From that moment on, it just kicked it off in a big way. You know, the pacing changed, you know, but back to you saying it was believable. I thought Benedict Cumberbatch was brilliant in this. His performance, his portrayal of Doctor Strange.
The best in it.
Amazing, he did a fantastic job there. You know, I thought the acting was great. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Rachel McAdams, but I thought she was good in it.
Yeah, she was good as well.
Tilda Swinton, good.
No.
I enjoyed her performance.
Didn't like her.
I liked the way that she had a dry sense of humour. You know, when she first met Doctor Strange.
Yeah, but I didn't like her because there was some times when she was just so dry, and she was just so dry, and she was almost so like lifeless in her voice. There's a part where they're walking around and he's just escaped and it's just been revealed, oh, she's stealing power from the dark dimension, and like her reaction to this is like, Benedict Cumberbatch is like, what should we do? We need to sort this out. Oh yeah, I don't trust you. And she goes, you do not understand. But it wasn't come off like a cool Jedi thing. It came off as if it's so fucking wooden. And I did just sit there for a moment and go, whoa, I've got out the movie.
I mean, what about the moment when she died? And that was quite a touching moment.
Yeah,
where
she's good there.
She was in an,
she was just inconsistent.
There were two ghosts talking.
Yeah.
And the most touching part of the film was, you know, two ghosts having a chat, watching some snow frozen in time. Like, that was a real cool, surreal moment. There's not a great big epic fight at the end where the world's ending.
It's a mind game.
It changed it to win that epic fight, you know, to save the worlds, dimensions. It's different. He's using magic, and the way that he defeated him, I thought was really clever and well written, and exactly like you'd read in the comic.
Yeah, it was more as it became a battle of wits, not about who's got the bigger muscles. Oh, a beam's going to the sky. Well, let's follow the fucking beam.
Yeah.
Find out where it goes. It was really good. It was
like some blackberries.
Yeah.
Along the way. No, I thought that end scene, the end sequence, was really good.
Yeah.
Like, I loved that. The fact that it was separating itself from the other Marvel films that have been before, I think it's really important. For me, though, and obviously he's a doctor, so there's going to be that aspect of the medical drama side of it. That was the start of the film. It's not my bag, so for me that kind of dragged a little bit. I was like, I get it, he's a doctor, you know, but I don't want to see him operating on people. I'm a bit squeamish.
Yeah, you are actually.
And you know, that was the only thing where I'd say, as far as the story went, I wasn't too on board with, but it didn't last for too long before he crashed his car.
Yeah.
You know.
And what about?
But something else that I wanted to talk about though was, there were some great humorous bits in it with the cape, but I felt that a lot of the jokes fell a bit flat for me.
Yeah, it was weird because Benedict's really good at humour, and Marvel are normally really good with humour. And I did feel there was a few jokes where I was like, oh, that was a bit awkward.
I found it quite cringy because most of the cinema were cracking up. Even my girlfriend Abby was laughing at a few jokes, and I sat there like, it's not funny. Like,
that was an odd one, but then it did have some really. there's moments that overpass us. Again, I think we're bogging down on the negative because I did really like this. Like the bit where the cloak goes down and gets him and he rises the first time in that cloak is so epic.
And that bit when like, you know, does he kill someone or something and he gets up and the cloak, he just throws the cloak around him. You see it in the trailer, but that scene is, it's just brilliant.
And when he finds the Eye of Agamotto, there's all sorts of really good scenes in this film, and that's what I mean. Altogether, thanks to all these great scenes, you can kind of forgive the bad humour, you can kind of forgive maybe the slow, kind of weird storyline, and you can maybe, in my case, forgive the kind of unclear how long it's been, because at the end of the day, it does come off as a really good original movie. Speaking of scenes, again, spoilers, the first credit scene, the very first end credit scene.
Was it forgettable? Because I can't remember it. Are we talking about when he takes the Doctor Strange's mate takes away that guy's powers and he ends up a cripple again?
No. Thor.
Oh, Thor. Yeah, Thor. Yeah.
Jesus. Mate, I nearly wet myself.
Yeah, Thor,
I was just there going, who's he speaking to? What the? Oh my god, it's Thor. Oh my god, it's Thor. Oh my god, they're gonna be in a movie. I just immediately started putting it together.
Because, like, obviously, a sequel hasn't been announced for Doctor Strange.
No.
There isn't going to be a Doctor Strange sequel. So why did they do this film? To get him in the Avengers. To get him in Infinity War.
What's this, my mantra? It's the Wi-Fi password. We're not savages.
So, tell us, did you enjoy the film? Did you, like, agree with me? Or am I being just totally mean about Tilda Swinton? Let us know in the comments below. Also, check out in the description. There's links to all sorts of new content. Chris?
Yeah, just give us a like and subscribe to us. We'd really appreciate that. And share us with all your friends. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Keep talking nerdy.
Keep talking nerdy.